Welcome to this edition of Money in Motion video blog. This is Dan Perkins, and today's a special edition. We're going to talk about Gilead. Many of you that have been clients for a longer time have had a position in Gilead that's done extremely well, including myself. And while I don't want to sell the position, what I do want to do is I wanted to look for a way where I could reduce the exposure in terms of the dollar amount, yet still give us the opportunity for upside potential. So here's the strategy that I'm going to put into play. For certain accounts who've had a long-standing position in Gilead and substantial profits, I'm going to sell half the position. I'm going to take a small percentage of the profits and I'm going to buy a long-term equity option, which gives us the right to buy Gilead stock in the future at a specific price. The price that I'm looking at today is an option at 105, that's $105 per share, which expires in January of 2017, so a little less than 2 years' time. The stock is around 101 at the moment, and so if I'm right and it continues to go up, we'll have the same number of effective shares. We'll have just less money invested in. So with the option, once we get to 105, any movement above 105 will be reflected dollar for dollar in the price of the option. So for example, we get to 105 and the stock makes a move to 110. It's moved $5 a share. We had an example of, say, 1,000 shares. We sold 500 and we bought 5 options. So we still have control of 1,000 shares. If the stock goes up $5 in our example, we will have $5,000 of appreciation. So it's a way to limit the exposure because of such a large percentage of our portfolio. And then the excess beyond the taxes that will be due, we will then redeploy in other investments, hopefully producing more income and appreciation. So unless you have an objection to it, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Now, in some cases, it's easy to do, where you have them in a cash account, a regular account, not a problem. If you have it Gilead in your IRA, as I do, or you have it in a trust account, what we're going to have to do, because they will not allow us to use options within trust accounts or retirement accounts, we'll either have to purchase them in our existing cash account, or if you don't have a cash account, we will have to set up a cash account, move the money in, and then buy the option. So we're going through all of the account records right now, and we're seeing if any of you have option papers, as it's called, and if any of you need a new account for after-tax money in order to handle this, we will be sending you the paperwork. I need you to execute this paperwork quickly. I don't want to have to keep bugging you to send it in because I can't complete the trade until everything is in place. So the faster you could get the option papers in or the option papers in a new account, the quicker I can make the trade. I think it's the right thing to do. We've had such a huge run, and I don't think the run's over. Standard & Poor's just released a report last weekend putting a 12-month target of 143 to 145. And at the end of this video will be a chart that will show you the relative performance, meaning total return, of Gilead versus Apple. And you're going to be surprised how much better Gilead did in Apple over the long time. And that was before it had so many great drugs that treat HIV, and now they're hepatitis C drugs and more drugs in the pipeline. So I still like the stock, not sour on the stock, just trying to cut some exposure and try and allow you to continue to participate on the upside with less money involved. So if you have questions, it's important. Give me a call so we can figure out the answers to your questions and get this going right away.